Oh, hello, remodelers and custom home builders. Look, I got a question for you guys. If when you are estimating, it feels like a never-ending guessing game and you just can't figure out what your job should be priced at, or number two, if when you increase your prices on your projects, you end up missing out on potential projects, or the third thing is if you have to rely on huge, and I'm talking about massive upfront draws from your current leads or leads that you hope on closing in order to fund another project that you had signed months ago. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. That sounds familiar. And it feels like complete chaos. That's my rendition of what chaos looks like in your construction business. It's probably worse than that. But if any of those things are true for you, then I want you to listen up to this video, because in this video, I want to talk to you all about how it is that you guys can shift these three things and hopefully, make more money and, fix all these broken systems within your construction business. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lev Parsegian. I'm the founder of Cosmosify, a consulting agency that helps remodel contractors and custom home builders bring order to their business. And I make these videos because I just want to draw awareness to the boring, unsexy topics that I feel like a lot of contractors just, one, do not hear about because they're less clickable, to be honest. They're less fun to talk about, but these are the things that, in my experience of working with over 30 contractors across the US and Canada, these are the things that really move the needle if you want to grow a profitable construction business. And so what do I want to go over? I guess the first thing is unpredictable estimating. And this is going to be pretty simple in the sense that I'm not going to go into all the tactics of how it is that you can fix this stuff. But what I will do is just kind of talk you guys through how it is that you can start to think about changing some of these things, because it's going to look a little bit different in every construction business, every construction business owner that watches this. So the first thing is related to estimating. If we want to talk about fixing your estimating process, I think the first thing you need to take into consideration is what your finances look like, what your books look like, right? So how much does it cost you to actually be running your business on a day-to-day basis? If you know these numbers, it's going to be a lot simpler for you and stress-free for you to be able to calculate how much you need to be estimating your projects at. And I know it's very cliche, know your numbers, but frankly speaking, this is one of the most important things that you can do for your construction business if you want to make it a profitable one. Learn what your numbers are. If you are not working with, and you're doing $2 million plus $3 million plus in top line revenue as a construction business, and you're not working with a bookkeeper who understands construction finance, I don't want to say you're going to be in trouble, but somebody needs to be in your corner to talk you through some of the most important KPIs when discussing, I guess, profitability and proper estimating. And so there are a couple of KPIs that you guys need to be aware of, but you need to know how much it costs you to be in business on a daily basis, what your burn rate looks like, and how much you should be projecting in terms of cash flow to keep you afloat, number one, and number two, how much cash flow needs to be coming into the business so that you're profitable, okay? And then, and only then, can your estimating process, or the number that you spit out from your estimating process, then and only then can you really get a grip on what that needs to be, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is, if it feels like I was saying, you increase your price and all of a sudden you're losing out on your homeowners or new potential homeowner projects, right? Like remodel projects or even ground up construction, whether it's an ICF home or it's a completely custom $15 million mansion, which a lot of my contractors that do really high end work, they've been in those categories before. Here's what I'll say, and this kind of applies across the board. If you are getting ghosted, it's probably for a reason. It's not just because of the fact that the homeowner's still deciding. They ghosted you, okay? And maybe they've ghosted other contractors too, but it's because of the fact that you're charging a higher price or whatever the case is, but that's not why they're ghosting you. They're ghosting you more than likely because there was a discrepancy in how you conveyed the value to that homeowner, to that prospect. And so What you need to change, or you need to look at changing, is how it is that you convey value. Do you have a proposal presentation? Do you have a bid presentation? When you go out and you actually present the number, how do you do it? And do you even present the number? Because like, honestly, I've seen this with a lot of multi-7-figure contractors in revenue. Like even contractors that are doing like 8 million, 10 million plus, 10 million plus, multi-8-figure now, right? They will just email bids. They will just email bids. And they're like, yeah, like if they're serious, they're going to get back to me, they're going to accept the bid, and we're going to move on. And it's like, do you know how much opportunity you are missing out on because of this, like, my nose is up here and like I'm going to act like I'm the hottest piece of ass in town? Like, you're missing out on a lot of opportunity just because of the fact that you have this ego around how you present your stuff, and I'll email them and it'll be good enough. Says who? Says who? We're in a trust recession nowadays where we're at the lowest point over the last 40 years of person-to-person trust. And you're thinking that you're gonna, maybe 20 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe right after the recession or whatever the case is, you could get away with just emailing a bid over and people will just sign in and say, okay, let's get started on the project. I'm not saying that that doesn't happen, but I'm just saying that if you want to increase the likelihood that you can charge higher prices after you do get your estimating and all that stuff in place, then actually present the bid in person and get a commitment in person. Okay? I know that this is like, for a lot of people, this may be like really basic, but coming from, the corporate world, T-Mobile, House, Better.com, Workday, there would never ever be a time where there was not a meeting scheduled just to propose. Okay, like you need to have a proposal meeting during your on-site consultation process. And if you don't have that in place and you want to charge more, but you're afraid of doing so, that's probably where you should start. Okay? And then the last thing is about draws and taking big upfront draws, just, robbing Peter to pay Paul, that whole thing. You guys, if you fix the first two things, and that's kind of where I was going with this, if you fix those first two things and you have a proper idea of how much it is costing you to be in business, so you can estimate effectively and you have a proper way of conveying your value, you're not going to have to be in that predicament in the first place where you have a messed up draw schedule on jobs that you're running. Okay, and so I want to encourage you guys not to take everything that I'm saying as Bible and as the word, as like I have it all figured out, because I certainly don't. I most definitely don't have it all figured out. I think I just have it a little bit more figured out than a lot of contractors, because I have been privy to the data of working with and speaking to hundreds of contractors all across the US and Canada, and I have seen firsthand what the problems of these construction business owners are. And so I want to encourage you guys to start deep diving. Okay? Take your business serious enough and respect your business enough, respect yourself enough to say, I don't have it all figured out, but I want to go down the journey to figure out what I need to do to get my profitability up, and to not work like an employee for a company that just keeps and that ends up basically doing me a disservice. Look into it. Look into videos. Look into resources online. Watch the trainings on this channel so that tactically I can kind of walk you through and enable you with as much of the information you guys need in order to make the strongest decisions. But guys, like, you know what you need to be doing for your construction business. You do know, but it is a matter of doing it. And so here's my invitation to you. Do something about it. At least take the step. If you're watching this video, you're already in the 0.0000001% of contractors because of the fact that you've made it up to this point. And so I want to encourage you to continue to go down this path and be ruthless in your pursuit to make sure that you run a profitable construction business that serves the people that it serves and gives everyone a service. That was a lot of services. But you get my point. I'm done with this video. If you guys got value from it and you want me to continue making videos more candid, kind of like this, then I encourage you to subscribe or leave me a comment and let me know if you enjoy this style, this format. But yeah, share it with a contractor friend that you know, and like the video, do the whole thing, whatever. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.